My name is Katie Schieffer, and this is my narrative speech for my oral communications class. This is a story on the conflict between being polite and being a good communicator misled a man for 11 years. When growing up, I was taught to never talk back to adults, and if I did, I would face serious consequences. Since then, I learned that there's a very fine line between talking back to adults and being honest with them. So in this situation, if I had just corrected adults' mistake, it wouldn't have led to this awkward situation. It all started 11 years ago at a family dinner when Uncle Steve asked a simple question. I was a very shy child, and at the age of 7, my socializing skills weren't the greatest, and I didn't feel very confident with grown-ups. Uncle Steve wasn't really an uncle. He was a long-time friend of my father's, and he had been in our house since I was born. Uncle Steve didn't have any kids of his own. Sometimes he would get lonely and regret not having children, especially around the holidays. So, at one of my family dinners, Uncle Steve and my dad came up with a plan for Steve to start his own special tradition with children who were in his life by making special Christmas ornaments for each one of them. The ornaments would be one-of-a-kind presents for the kids and would be forever memories of Uncle Steve. After they cooked up this plan and we were leaving the dinner table, Uncle Steve asked me, "I guess it's time for dinner, huh, Catherine Marie Schieffer? And you spell your name with a C, right?" So, in that moment, my shy child brain thought it would not be polite to contradict an adult. So, I just said sure, and thus it began. So, from that year on, during every Christmas holiday, Uncle Steve would hand-make intricate ornaments for his friends' children. He would spend weeks gluing miniature sleds and snowmen into crystal ornaments, and when he was done, he would label each ornament with the name of the child on it. During the Christmas holiday of that same year, he came to our house with presents. My sister and I were overjoyed by the fact that he remembered us, so we eagerly opened the presents. I ripped back the gift wrap and saw that it was a Christmas tree ornament. When I picked it up, I saw my name on it. Or to be more accurate, I saw a name on it. It was spelled Catherine with a C. However, my full name is Catherine with a K. So earlier that year, when he asked how I spelled my name, he already knew what he was going to use it for. My first reaction was, "Oh crap, what do I say?" But again, I didn't want to contradict an adult. That would be rude. And I was embarrassed because I had told him my name was spelled with a C. So I just smiled and said thanks. My parents then saw the gift, and when they realized the misspelling, they just laughed to themselves. We all felt the same way. None of us wanted to take away from the specialness of Uncle Steve's thoughtful gift by telling him the truth. The next year, and the year after that, every Christmas I would receive another unique handmade ornament, and every Christmas after the first, I'd think about telling him the truth. After receiving so many ornaments, though, I thought it would be too late, and I figured by telling him it would hurt his feelings more. So, more than 10 years later, I've yet to tell Steve the truth. It has got to the point where my family has made a joke over the matter, saying it would just be better if I changed the spelling of my name. If I was being put in this situation again, instead of being passive, I would step in and tell him that he was wrong, or just explain that I had made a mistake and given him the wrong information. I realized that the desire about people's feelings has gotten in the way of good communicating. Instead of helping them, we actually make it harder because they don't have the accurate information they need. So, if I had corrected the spelling the first time I saw the ornament, I would have been giving him the right information, and it would have helped him, and it would have also saved me from lying all those years. In the end, Uncle Steve did get what he wanted. He created a lasting memory of a special person, and every time I look at my misspelled ornaments over the past few years, I would think of the special moments he gave them to me and the awkwardness I felt deciding if I should tell him the truth or not.